Hey folks, how's it going? You know, some of us have fallen into this gig economy trap and know that we probably should better our ways and move on to better things. But this was made to fall into and take advantage of drivers. These companies have built empires off the backs of drivers by manipulating the drivers in every move. This technology has been an addiction. It started back in the video game era and then in the computer age, and now everything's in the palm of your hand. This is easy access work. Dash now or Uber Eats now or log on to Grubhub. It's easy, folks. This is easy. That's why we stick with it. That's why you see the same individuals out here creating content. I'm one of them. I fell into this trap. That's no lie. It's easy, it's comfortable, and it's fun. It's a fun lifestyle if you like driving around and delivering food and being on the road again. Some of us like to run around, and some of us have ran around a lot during our life. But yeah, this is car depreciation. That's what this is. You get into this, you depreciate your car, and that's what this is. If you're not worried about car depreciation, you will be when your car breaks down. And these companies, they don't care. They have many individuals that are willing to do this and willing to work for these companies that don't care about you. But it's easy to get caught up in this mess, and this kind of lifestyle, it can depreciate your car, it can depreciate your life at home. You get into this, you think the more you work, the more you make. Well, the more you work, the more you depreciate your car, the more you pay taxes. It's real simple. So these companies have given drivers a rope to hang themselves, and only people out here with special circumstances can make this work. The average person may have a tough time making this work. You either have to have a spouse that has a good job that can kind of cover for you, or family money, but it does take some special circumstances to make this work. In most cases, there are individuals that make this work, and the risk and liability out here is high. The more you drive, the more likely you are to get into an accident. And if you haven't got into an accident, you will get into an accident. You can't avoid every accident. At some point, you're going to be pinned in. But this is a comfortable job. It's so easy to do from day to day and just be comfortable with what you're doing. And I don't know what the job market is out there, but I've been stuck in this too. But you figure if you're doing this full time, 40 to 60,000 miles a year, say you're maxing out at 60,000 a year. That's 4 years, that's 240,000 miles. 5 years, 300,000 miles. Listen, when you buy a car, there is no due date or expiration date when your car goes out. You do not know when your car is going to die. So, after 4 or 5 years, do you have enough money to buy a new car? Your circumstances have to be right. Or do you buy a used car every couple of years? And you know how that is. Used cars are expensive nowadays. So, are you truly gaining? You have to save, and you're putting gas in your car, your tires. Is it a win? Only you can decide. But these apps are fully manipulated. They do not allow drivers to prosper. Now, there may be drivers getting by, and we know there are drivers struggling, but the manipulation out here does not allow drivers to prosper. These drivers should not be taking these orders, and these orders should not be dispatched at the price they are and the mileage they are. These deliveries should pay more, and these drivers should be allowed to make more money. But these companies, they don't let. And there's been a misconception out here that with tips and tricks and all this stuff, that some drivers beat the system, they runaway earnings and high payouts. You think of a big company like this, you think they're going to allow one driver to make a substantial amount of money over one driver? No, that's not the case. These drivers are held at a pretty fair standard if you're in a market with a lot of orders. These gig apps, they've been glorified by gig content creators. Free advertising for these companies on just lies, you know, these big earnings of $30, $35 an hour, but no follow-ups with the day after where you make less than or subpar or even. So they've been glorified, and they've drawn a lot of people in here innocently. But these companies, they don't have your back. These companies are leeches. They leech off the merchant, 30% commission fees. They addict these customers. How many times have you went to a customer's house and they got a mound of McDonald's sacks on their porch and their car's broken down, but they're still ordering food? They've addicted the customers. They've addicted to the drivers, and they leech. They're leeches off the community, and these companies, they don't go by laws. There's been laws in states and cities, and when these laws go into effect, these companies, they break these laws. They change the algorithms so the laws are not held for what they should be. But these companies, they pay billions and they pay millions in fines, but they never they don't pay any more for the driver. The driver continues to make less with less base pay. So this is a trap, folks. Don't think it's going to get any better. The gig economy is not getting better. These companies are not going to do anything for you. This is a trap. It's an addiction. And some of us will deny that, but in every addiction, there's denial. So this is a trap. It's depreciation of your car. It could depreciate your life. And although this is fun, I've got caught up in this. And so, folks, that's going to do it. Don't get caught in this trap. Only use this to make a few extra dollars. Don't get caught up in this fully. You know, there's been people out here that have built their channels on bettering themselves and moving on, but still continue to talk the talk, but never move on, still stuck in it. But yeah, don't get caught up in this, folks. That's gonna do it.